Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2, testing 1 2 audio. Adios amigos. Hello YouTube. Yeah, it looks like my audio's going. Let's talk about Redbox. The company's been around for a while. There's been some news, there's rumors, and what they say is buy the rumor, sell the news. So let's talk about this for a minute and see. This could get interesting. Redbox has been around for a while. So right now their stock is $5.77. Over the past several days, the stock's slowly been climbing up. How high will it go? I don't know. We won't know till, it's all said and done, but apparently there's an interest. We had a little short spike right here on the 18th. And there's a reason. There's some news that was released. And then the initial announcement caused a small spike, and then it died down. And now it's kind of growing a little bit. So I guess more and more people's hearing about the news, or maybe they sat down and thought about it like, well, maybe this is a good thing, or maybe it's a bad thing. But they were like $2.69. So if you had bought in like Tuesday of last week, maybe Wednesday morning, at under $3, I mean, you've almost doubled your money by now. And I'm sure there's people sitting out there that may be watching my video right now that have done that. And they're holding, and I applaud you. I mean, there's no shame in making a profit. And any of this can be a gamble. You're taking a risk anytime you buy into this stuff. But Redbox has been around for quite a few years now. I've rented DVDs out of the box because it's cheap. Back in the day, back Blockbuster and stuff, renting VHS tapes, and I'm dating myself by talking about this. Some of these younger folks is probably watching this video will never have probably seen the VHS unless their parents or grandparents had, maybe Disney movies on the VHS. But anyway, with today's streaming, all that's kind of dying down. And to give Redbox credit, they're kind of in the streaming business as well. Now, it's a tough world out there. You've got Netflix, you've got Hulu, you've got a lot of the networks have streamed their TV shows like WB, ABC. A lot of the networks have gone to streaming, so it's a tough market out there. There's a lot of competition. I think Redbox has struggled. Trying to compete, but they're holding their own. They've lost money over time. They've released where they've been losing. They've lost some money in the past, and it's just tough. It's just tough. So the stock's going up. It's on a slow climb. It's a good thing. Will you get rich off of this? I don't know. We don't know. This could be the next Amazon. It may not be the next. It may be the next Netflix. And you don't know. You really don't know. They are established. I've got to give them this. They are established. They've been out for a while. They've had this business out for quite a few years now. They've got boxes that most of the time you can go into Walmart right there at that entrance and you can rent a movie from them. So, and when they first come out, they got a lot of business. Walgreens. I have a Walgreens that's got 2 boxes right there outside the Walgreens. I've got a Walmart. They've got 2 boxes, red boxes. There's I think we have a little quick market, little gas station that's out on the interstate here off of I-75 that's got a box on it for the folks out that way that rent out in the country. So I mean, so they're established. It's an established business. I mean, and the stock is cheap. If you want to buy into try into this, I think the ideal time to have bought into this is probably right in here when they started talking about this. So let's talk about what they released. So actually, I think I brought the link up. If you do the search, I'm going to put all the links as always down in the description. It just kind of bothers me. Some of these guys talk about the stocks and they won't put the links of where they get their research from, just so people can verify that they you know, don't make it hard for your subscribers to be finding the information. Put it out there in the description. If you want to talk about it, give the links for them to go look it up and verify what you're saying. But anyway, that's enough said. Enough said. This is not what the video's about. So, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment to acquire Redbox, creating premier. Well, let's go straight to the creating premier independent entertainment company. So what is Chicken Soup for the Soul? I'm sure a lot of people seen the books. I got an itch. I must be going to get it. Somebody must be going to visit me. You've seen Chicken Soup for the Soul. There's books. There's been audio books out. I think there's videos out that they've produced. It's Christian type devotional type stuff for people to read. And I kind of imagine that this is supposed to be like geared toward the Christian audience type of streaming that Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment does. So, Combination creates leading independent, integrated, direct-to-customer media platform delivering premium entertainment for value-conscious customers. Forms streaming industry premier independent avoid AVOD platforms. That must be the type of streaming servers they're using or something. So, okay, so management is hosted the conference call with live webcast on May 11th, 2022. So, they released this on May 11th. Alright, I guess it didn't take off till about the 18th or so. It didn't start really sinking in. So, anyway, I didn't really catch it right away. I've seen some tweets and stuff about it, and I thought I'd check it out. So, I guess I'm in the crowd that's just kind of getting in the news on this because Redbox just wasn't on my radar. Anyway, and a lot of times this will sneak up on you too, stuff like this. I mean, there's so many stocks out there, you can't keep up with everything. But it says one of the largest operators of advertising-supported video on demand. Oh, that's what AVOD, advertising supported video on demand. So you've got advertisements with the video on demand streaming services. And Redbox Entertainment, RDBX, a leading entertainment company, have entered into a definitive agreement under which Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment will acquire Redbox. So Chicken Soup for the Soul's like, we'd like to buy you guys out. You got video boxes out. You're established. We want to buy into your company and just go ahead and we just want to buy it and take over and I guess they'll take over the boxes, rebrand the boxes. If they keep the boxes, the rentals are very cheap. They pretty much have put Blockbuster and some of the old video rental, even the private family-owned video rental places had been put out because of Redbox being so cheap on the rentals. And you can either go to a box and rent a video, or you can go online and they'll ship you a video for you to to watch on. They'll send the DVD to you. You keep it. And I'm sorry, Netflix. I'm confusing that with Netflix. Actually, Redbox is just going to. Yeah, I'm confusing it with Netflix. So, my bad. I'm about to go down the wrong path. So, no, Redbox is just pretty much strictly the boxes. You go to the boxes, you rent the DVD, and then you bring them back the next day. And if you don't bring it back the next day, then you will have a charge per day for every day late that you have. I think you have 24 hours to keep the DVD. And if you don't bring it back, they'll keep charging you for so many days. And by the time, after so many days, the DVD's yours. They'll keep charging your credit card for holding the DVD till you return it. If you don't ever return it, then at some point, then they say it's your DVD. You just keep it, but you, by the time that happens, you probably paid about 4 times what you could have went to Walmart and bought the movie for, probably. But so yeah, they're a video rental service. A lot of the Walmarts have the boxes at the entrances where you go in, especially, well, in my area anyway. But so they also, though, the other thing they tried to get into is they actually do stream the stuff. That's why they don't. I've started down the road again. I apologize. Netflix is the one that sends you the DVDs. Redbox does not send you the DVDs. You have to go to the box to get the DVDs. So, but you can also stream movies at $1.99 per view. So they're in streaming. They're into streaming as well. But again, there's Redbox. You got Amazon Prime does streaming. Hulu. You've got so many different streaming services right now on the internet that it's tough. It's a tough competition, but they're still around. They're still surviving. They're still in operation. They have been around. They're established in areas. So Chicken Soup for the Souls has taken notice of this company, and this would be a good thing for Redbox. I would think this. For Chicken Soup for the Soul to acquire them. I don't know what'll happen when they do, but right here's Chicken Soup for the Soul's website. So and I don't know what they've got to do with Crackle. Unless maybe they own Crackle, or they have, maybe Crackle's part of their setup. I don't know. I watched a few things on Crackle because you can watch some old TV shows and stuff on Crackle, but I've not watched a lot of stuff. I do most of mine. A lot of my, if I watch anything, it's going to be on Netflix or Amazon Prime. And I'm not down on this company. That's just what I'm using. I'm just being honest. That's what I use. But I have on a lot of your smart TVs, you can add the Crackle app and you can watch old TV shows. You can watch some old movies and stuff on Crackle. And I've done it a few times, but not very often. Not very often. I'm more of a Netflix, just because I just like Netflix and Amazon Prime. I've watched some Hulu. I probably watched more Hulu than I have Crackle, but Crackle is just a free application you put on your smart TV, and if you hook it up to your internet service provider, you can stream some stuff. It's not like the latest movies that's out, but you can stream some old stuff and some old TV shows and stuff. So some old movies and stuff. Anyway, so they are a video streaming service as well. So we shall see how this plays out. Here's my thoughts on it, though. You can see the prices moving up and people's buying into this thing, right? they're expecting when the news comes out that the deal is done, that when Chicken Soup for the Soul announces, well, we finalized and we now own Redbox, people are expecting the stock to spike, and it can very well do that because a lot of people, I'm sure, know Redbox and have seen the boxes around. A lot of you people watching my videos have probably rented movies from Redbox. So this could be a good thing. What the stock will do, you won't know till everything's said and done. And just because they're in the negotiations, okay, does not mean that it will happen. So, yeah, I wish I was on top of that and caught this when it come out, because I have not been watching anything about Redbox or anything. It's been a while since I've rented any of their movies. And they've had some, back when I first started renting from them, I used to rent from them pretty regular, at least one or two movies maybe on a weekend, and they were getting in like some of the new movies in. A lot of the new movies they were getting in pretty steady, and you could rent them for the cheap. After they've been out in the theaters, for a little bit, and the video gets out in Walmart, whatever. If you didn't want to go pay $15 for the movie, you could go to the Redbox there at the Walmart and rent it and watch it. And a lot of stuff, to be honest, a lot of people will go buy these movies and stuff, but the reality is you're probably going to watch this movie once or twice or something like that, unless you really, really like the movie, but you're just going to watch the movie a few times and the movie's just going to sit there. So to me, it just makes sense to stream it. To me, personally, or just rent the DVD from Redbox for a couple of dollars and watch it, and then you've seen the movie and you're done. But we shall see what happens. Right now, the stock and they're using, just like, I went and talked about the developers API for E-Trade. They're using something like that, Chicken Soup for the Soul, to show what their stock price is, the live stock price off of their website, which is kind of neat. I kind of like that kind of stuff. But anyway, the other thing, so it's, in a way, it's good that they're going to acquire Redbox, because I don't think, does Redbox pay out a dividend? I don't think they do. No, they don't. So one thing's going to happen, I guess. People's going to be owning. This is $5.77 a share here. This is $5.99, so it's a little more. So you're going to have, when they acquire Redbox, there's going to be some kind of transfer of shares, I'm sure. And I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. And I'm not read much into this. I've just been seeing some tweets and stuff, and it got my attention. So the price could shoot up, maybe $10, $15 a share right after the news of the acquisition is complete. But what'll happen after that? It may just drop too. It could drop back down to $5, $4, $3. You don't know. What was the history? Have they dropped in price? Let's go to CSSE. Let's find CSSE. So 577. Let's go to 5 days. So they've come down in price. They've come down in price. That they're trading, I mean, it's just varying like $1 at a time, looks like. They've been up and down. for 5 days. What were they the month? They're down from the month, the 985. So 6 months, what did they look like? $14-15 year to date. 1435. So as you can see right there, so when it's all said and done, the price could get back up to $15 with the merger. I don't expect them to go out of business. I don't expect them to shut down the red boxes. They might rebrand them and put the red box may start saying Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment on the front instead of Red Box, or they may keep the name. Who knows? Who knows how this is going to end up? But I do see a spike coming on, and the price, if you look back, if I go back, and if we go back to a month, well, May 11th, May 12th, so actually the news was out on May 11th, May 12th, and it was slowly been climbing up. We had a slight spike right here on the 18th. I guess that's when people started getting really, starting to notice the news. And now it's on a steady climb up. But not quite as high as Chicken Soup for the Soul. We have been up as high as $10 right here. Let's go out for a year. Alright, the highest price is $17. So my guess is maybe the price after it's all said and done could get back up to $15 a share. That's just my opinion. Again, I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an old Jerry D from Tennessee, this crusty old man talking about stocks on the internet. I could see it getting up $15 a share. Redbox is well known. Chicken Soup for the Soul is a brand, is a known brand name here in the Bible Belt where I live. I'm in the Bible Belt, so that's a well-known brand. It's a well-liked series of books and videos, audio books. They've got all kinds of products with that brand on it, and it looks like they've got into this streaming service, and I wasn't even aware that they did the streaming service. I had no idea. I had no idea. But I think this acquisition would be a good thing for Redbox. I think it would be good for both companies. But again, Redbox is already streaming, so they're already set up. They are already set up to stream right here for $1.99 a view, and it's been a while since I went and rented at a Redbox, so I'm thinking it's probably about the similar price. The renting of the DVDs is probably real close to what the streaming price is. So free live TV over 100 plus channels, view more. Free on-demand movies. Well, I hadn't noticed that they've got some free movies too. I'm not sure how that is. You can buy used movies starting at $3.99. So the viewed DVDs you can buy. It's been a while since I've been out to the site, and this was kind of an impromptu. I thought I'd go ahead and do a video while I was looking at this stuff. So, looking at the acquisition. But, yeah, I think this could be a good thing. Now, again, these stocks have been up, like, Redbox has been as high as almost $18 a share at one point, and then they drop down to like 2, 3. So it could drop. To be honest, you don't know. It could drop. So is this a long-term investment? I don't know. I would watch the price action if you got time and sales with your brokerage. If you're interested, I'm not telling people to buy into this. I'm curious to see what it's going to do. I may buy some of this before it's all said and done. I'm going to watch and see how it's trading out, and if it seems to continue, go back to the 5 days. If it keeps this upward momentum, can we turn on? Let's go to full screen. And I don't know, I don't know that this is the stock ticker that you'd want to watch. If you know how this is going to play out, I invite you to leave comments down below, or if you have a link on how this is going to play out, I'd be curious to know, do you automatically, it might depend on the agreement. I wonder if you automatically, if you have RDBX, if your stock just magically becomes CSSE stock. And that might be what they do. A 1-for-1. I bet they didn't have any details though. Let's go back. Let's go back. Actually, I have the article here. They don't talk about that. Do they? Direct customer. It just talks about what the benefit of the chicken soup for the soul. Combined company will have increased scale across the content production and distribution with a massive content library, more than 38,000 kiosks. So they're going to keep the boxes. They're probably just going to rebrand them. They may keep the name Redbox after they acquire the company. They may just keep the boxes. It would be cheaper just to keep the boxes named Redbox and keep that brand, since that's what they've been known as. But I mean, you know, it's both brands are established companies that we know here in the U.S. So this is just, yeah, they're just combining the resources. And I would say that you probably, if anybody had watched the conference call, had got into that, they would have probably talked about what they was going to do with the stock. I was hoping the news release would say, and I'm not seeing anything. I would say that you're just going to end up with CSSE stock if you are in Redbox, and both stocks, the prices are so close right now on both stocks that they're probably going to keep the chicken soup stock ticker, and Redbox stock ticker may go away. I don't know if they would be able. They may keep both tickers. I don't know. I've not seen anything, and I may. I mean, there's people pumping this and talking about this. All right, here we go. Let's see, transaction details. Under the terms of the agreement, it was just buried down into the article. So, all right, so right here it is. Under the terms of the agreement, which has been approved by the board of directors of both companies, Redbox stockholders will receive a fixed exchange ratio of 0.087 of a share of a Class A common stock of chicken soup for the soul, which that means that the plus side is going to be less you're going to be reduce the number of shares when they combine companies. So they're keeping CSSE. So I was right about that. They're keeping CSSE. You're going to have the red box shares are not going to be considered 1-to-1 on the ratio equal. So you won't have a 1-to-1 exchange. You're going to have maybe a well, they right there they say 0.087 of a share common stock chicken soup for the soul. So you're going to have a reduction of your number of shares is what's going to happen. They're going to reduce your number of your shares. And then your investment's going to depend on what the price of chicken soup for the soul is going to be. If it goes up, that might be a good thing. If it drops, you're probably going to lose some money. If it drops down lower than what you bought into, you're losing money. Actually, if it stayed the same, you're losing money because you've got less shares. I've been burned a few times by doing this getting into this merger stuff, but you're gonna own less shares, so you need to do the calculation and see what your shares are going to be worth for how many shares you want to buy versus you got to figure, well, what is this stock going to do after it's all said and done? What's the price going to be? If it goes up to $15 a share, on up toward $20 a share, that would be a good thing. I mean, the other positive side for this, which you need to pay attention to, is the fact that chicken soup for the soul, they pay dividends off the stock. So you're going to get a check. Let's go back over here, and if I go forward, I'll go back. No. I guess I just need to look it up again. CSSE. I fat fingered that. So is it 20 cents? So they have an earnings date of August 9th, 2022 to August 15th, 2022. So if you buy into this before August 9th, then you're going to get the next dividend payment. If you buy after August 9th, if you buy after August 9th, you're the previous owner of the share that you bought, or the shares, I should say shares, multiple shares. The previous owner is going to get the next dividend. So this earnings day is very important. So if you want to get the next dividend payment, you want to buy before this date right here. August 9th through August 15th. You want to buy before this. And any shares that's purchased after this date, the previous owner of the shares is going to get the dividend. So we shall see. We shall see. So earnings date. Yeah, the dividend date. Actually, okay, I'm telling you wrong. It's August 3rd. It'll be August 3rd. Wait a minute. That's old. That's old information. They should have a more recent date right here. They really should. So maybe it does go back to that August date. This is probably... Yeah, that's a very old right there. EX dividend date. So I'm thinking the first week of August. If you could get in before the first week of August, you can get the next dividend payment. But you're going to have to wait till the next one. If you get past the first week of August, is what I'm thinking is what they're going to do. That's usually how that works with most of them. But I could see this shooting up if we go back 5 years, 1 year. Well, if you go back 1 year, is this Yahoo? Are you telling me the truth? $46? I don't know that it'll shoot up. It could. If there's enough interest, you could see a spike, but it's going to drop. It's going to go up. It's going to go up, and then it's going to come back down, and it's going to level out somewhere, and maybe it'll level out a little less than 20. It's hard to say. It just depends on the investors when they're buying in, who's buying in, what they're willing to pay. The investors control the price. So it'll be interesting what this could do. You could possibly 3 times your money, I think. Possibly. That's my opinion. That's not guaranteed, and I'm not saying you are going to make 3 times on your money. We won't know till everything's been said and done, and at that point, it'll be history. It'll be stock history. But yeah, fast performance is not. So they went up. What's the max? What's the max say? 2017. So they were trading sideways at around $8, $10, and then they shot up to $40. It could hit $40 if enough people are interested in it. Redbox is a brand they're established. It is an established business. They're in operation. I can go to Redbox tonight and go rent a movie if I want to go rent a Redbox movie. It's been a while. Like I said, I do more streaming on Netflix and Prime. Between Amazon and Prime, they keep me pretty much satisfied. Unless if I want to watch a new release on a movie and it's at Redbox, I'll go rent, the DVD after they get it in the Redbox. But anyway, yeah, it's been a while since, it's been a few years since I've been in a movie theater. Not since COVID started. And even though the AMC stuff is going on, I'm not even, at my age, I've stayed away from the theaters. I may go back to a theater and watch a movie, a new release of something. If something catches my eye that I want to see. But anyway, I'm rambling on. So May 18th was when they published about the dividend, the monthly dividend for June Series A. So you're going to get a Series A. You're going to get some Series A stock for your Redbox. So this is what's important. If you really are serious about this acquisition and you want to be a long-term investor, the monthly dividends, and I've talked about this in previous videos, if you do a dividend reinvestment through your brokerage, if they allow that, then you can roll your dividends into more shares, and that thus each quarter you're gaining more dividend return. It's actually going to grow more than the interest off your savings. It's actually a lot better than the savings. So that's the positive side of this thing. And if the price of the stock goes up, that's even, that's just icing on the cake, really. But let's see what they're saying. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, NASDAQ CSSE, one of the largest operators of advertising-supported video on demand streaming services today, announced. That's probably why Crackle's probably one of their streaming deals, because they have commercials. They announced the timing for the payments of its declared regular monthly dividend. So they're going to pay 20 cents per share. of its 9.75% Series A. So that's what you're going to end up with if you own the Redbox shares. That's what they're going to transfer it in. You're just going to get a reduced number of your position is what you're going to get. So, it's like, well, Redbox was worth $1, and when they get acquired, then your old Redbox shares might be worth $0.25. Okay, and that's not be apples to apples, but that's kind of what they're doing. So $0.25, you might get, it might take you 4 shares of Redbox, might give you 1 share of Chicken Soup for the Soul stock. I mean, that's just an example. That's not exactly how it's going to roll out. And I'm not really sure if you can really do the calculation, because if they're just negotiating, they're in the talking phase, they may change what they're going to do. They may tweak it or something. So June 2022 is when you're going to get the stock. So I mean, this could be a good thing. The dividend will be payable on June 15th. To stockholders of record as of May 31st, 2022. Okay, so right here's your actual dividend dates. So those dates, after this is a done deal, your dividend date is going to be actually May 31st, 2022. So you need to buy. So if you're going to get into the dividend and get the next dividend payment, then you need to have your stock before May 31st. After that, the previous owner of the stock will be getting the dividend. You won't get it. You'll have to wait till the next dividend payment to get it. Is how that works. So, I don't know. This is interesting. It's kind of exciting. I mean, Redbox is going away. I guess maybe not. They're still going to be out there, I suppose. The boxes will be. Now, will they rebrand them? I don't see anything it really says, and they may not even know how they're going to do this. So, they own a variety of ad-supported subscription-based voice networks. Yeah, video on demand. I want to say voice over IP. I don't know why that pops in my head, because I'm an IT person, I guess. I've been doing a lot of Zoom calls. So video on demand networks, including Crackle. So I guess Crackle's one of their deals. Chicken Soup for the Soul. I've never been on Chicken Soup for the Soul. I believe I watched something on Popcorn. That's another smart TV app you can install on your smart TV. Never watched Popcorn Kids. I've heard of Truly. Never heard of Pivot Share. Fright Picks. Never heard of that. Company also acquires and distributes video content through its screen media. So, yeah, this will be interesting. This is something I will keep an eye on. It could shoot up after it's a done deal. It could shoot up. Would it be long term? I don't know. Over time, it might be a good hold. Again, you won't know till the deal's done and you see what kind of interest there is in the stock over time. They are established. They're both established brands. So, I don't see them going away. I think they're going to be around for a while. I think they're going to... Again, they have competition with Netflix. Amazon Prime has streaming. Hulu. There's a lot of streaming going on right now. Most of your networks are streaming on the internet. So, it's just another company that you can stream from. You can have a subscription. It depends how many people want to subscribe, how well they do over time. Time will tell. Time will tell. Am I going to say it's going to make you rich? No, I'm going to say that. And and nobody really knows. A lot of people's probably there's people pumping it, tweeting about it, talking. Oh, this is going to be big. This nobody knows what the price of the stock's going to be in the end. I do imagine it will spike when the deal is done. There will be a spike. What will happen after the spike, if it's going to come down? A lot of times these spikes, you hear these deals that happens. The old stock ticker goes away. People stocks gets rolled into the new ticker. Stock will spike maybe for a day or two, and then it comes down, and then it'll level out at a certain area, certain price range. So, could it go back to $15? Yeah, I think it could. I think it could hit $15 easy. If they do play their cards right, Bloomberg and some of these other stock media sites talk about it. They get the right publicity. They release the right press releases at the right time. Yeah, I can see it hitting $15. I can see it. Will it stay there? I don't know. And I'm not saying it will. Like, again, you don't know till it's a done deal. But right now, it's a cheap stock. So right now it's the time, I guess, actually probably about a week or two ago would have been the time to go into Redbox and buy the Redbox shares. That would have been the optimal time to do it. Yeah, I mean, if you'd been in here about March, anybody that's bought in here in March is probably going pretty happy right now. I'd say a lot of people's probably, if you were in here in March, you see this spike right here, people were selling right here. They're taking their profits from more they bought back in here. While people's buying into the hype off the news. So, I don't know. I think it's going to spike again when time comes for the acquisition to be complete, and I think it's going to do a little something. But will it hold a price? We won't know till it happens. We really won't. That's my honest opinion. That's my honest opinion. I saw a video. Keenan Grace talked about this stock as well. Keenan also, he's like, I don't know if I'd want to hold this long term. I'd watch the price. I'd buy in the news, sell, or I'd buy into the rumor and I'd sell the news as soon as the news that this acquisition's done. I'd be selling. That was his take on it too. So I'm thinking he's probably right. It's going to spike right as the news, when they talk about the acquisition's complete. People's going to be buying into this, thinking it's going to hit maybe $40 a share. It could spike up to $15. It might go up to $40, but it may come back down too. It might come back down to $10. You don't know. You don't know where it's going to land. It's going to come up. It's going to come back down. It's going to level out at a certain point. But it depends on the investors, who's buying in the stock and what people's willing to pay and what they're selling at. So we'll see. I'm watching it. I'm not bought into this. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to put it on my watch list. I'm going to see what this thing's going to do. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't think they're going to go away. I don't think they're going to get rid of the red boxes. I think the red boxes are going to stay, whether they rebrand them Chicken Soup for the Soul, or they just keep the name Red Box and they just don't change the name and keep them there since they're already established, and just keep using the boxes. And it's just going to be Chicken Soup for the Soul owns Red Box. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This will be an interesting acquisition. So this got my attention anyway. But I don't know if it is long term. If you're a dividend person, it could be a good thing over time. But you may have to hold it to really come out. You might have to hold it 5-10 years or more to really make any money off of it. It's probably going to pay out more. The dividends are probably going to pay out more than you can get on any interest on your savings. That's just pretty much fact on a lot of dividend stocks right now. They're paying a lot more than what your interest on your savings account is going to give you. So there you have it. I'm sorry, I just ramble on. I keep going, but I appreciate it if you've been watching my video. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. This might be something to keep an eye on. I'd go out and watch the tweets off of Twitter for both of these companies and see what's going on as this progresses and see what they say. It could be good. I mean, Chicken Soup for like I said, they're both brands that have been established and they've been around for a while. You go to any bookstore and see Chicken Soup for the Soul books. So they're well-known brands. There's going to be people interested in this acquisition. There's going to be some people. There's going to be some serious people that's going to buy into this. So we shall see what the price will do. I'm going to keep an eye on it. If it continues, like I said, the thing is, your end goal, if you're into this, and most people's into this make money, you're going to make money on the spike as the news gets released that the acquisitions happened. The price is probably going to drop. You see this drop right here, how this goes down. You're going to see a drop in price. It's going to go up, and then it's going to come down. So we'll see. And you see how it's going back up again. So say some people sold and made some money here, and they were selling as the prices come down as people's trying to buy in. So there's people that's bought in at this price up here at $8.53, and now they're sitting down here at actually at $5.77 as the close today. So, but it wouldn't surprise me if it does hit 15. It could, because they're both well-known brands, and I think the excitement of the acquisition is going to cause a buying frenzy. I think that's what's going to happen. But again, I don't know. We won't know till it happens. But anyway, thanks for watching my video. That's just my thoughts on this. Like I said, this was just a quick notice video. I didn't mean to talk this long. I've almost talked an hour, but it could be a good thing. It could go either way. Time will tell. We'll see in a few months, see what happens to the stock. Because a lot of this stuff, hear the news, the stock will spike and it will come down. So be careful, okay? If you're going to buy into it, I would be careful. I'd watch the price. I'd watch what I'm doing, because the stock, I do expect it's going to come up, it's going to spike, and then it's going to come back down. And I'd hate somebody to come in here and they buy up here at the top. You don't want to buy up the top. The people that's smart has bought right in here already, and they're buying in before the news gets released. You're buying low when you're selling when the price. You got to watch it. When the price goes up, then go ahead and take your profit and get out. The bad thing is, somebody's buying your shares and they're getting hung at the high price if it drops back down. So if it had stayed down here at 268, okay, and hadn't come back up to 577, these guys up here that's buying right here at 853, they've been in the red at 268 right here. They'd be in the red if it hadn't went back up to 577. So I'm just saying, be careful. This stuff is a gamble. You don't know what it's going to do. And just watch it and see what happens. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch it. Again, I'm not bought into it. I don't know if I will. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see. I might try to buy if it spikes. I may do the Tim Sykes thing and buy into the spike as it's going up, and then jump out and do a quick flip and try to make a little bit of a profit. Will I buy it long term? I don't know. I've not seen any of the chicken soup for the soul stuff. I mean, I have used Crackle. I did say I have watched stuff on Crackle, but I don't. I'm more, like I said, I'm more Netflix. The mainstream video streaming. I'm Netflix. I jump on. I have a Prime subscription, so I jump back and forth between Netflix and Prime, Amazon Prime, and I've done some Hulu. So I'm not on Hulu quite as much as Netflix and Amazon. That's the two main. That's what most people probably are on. Crackle is for the people that you got commercials. It's just like watching cable TV. You could ditch your cable TV and you can watch Crackle and watch TV shows and stuff. You just have the commercials just like you do on regular TV. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to quit rattling on about this. That's all you can really say is, time will tell. I hope they do well. I don't see the stock going away. I think over time the stock price may go up. Everything goes up over time, goes up and down. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a tough market. This industry, the streaming industry, the videos, the movies, is very tough. There's a lot of competition out there right now. Fox, ABC, all of these networks are streaming online. So, and they're trying to get your subscription for whatever, $10 a month or whatever, for you to watch their networks. So, it's very competitive. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. Anyway, that's my take on it. That's my thoughts on it. I appreciate you watching. Again, be careful. Don't invest anything you can't afford to lose, that you're not willing to lose, because you can and will lose money. This is a gamble. Investing in stocks, crypto is a gamble. So be careful. Be careful. Keep the roof over your head. Keep your lights on. Keep food on the table. And keep clothes on their children. Don't let those kids run around without any clothes on. They're going to freeze. Anyway, thanks for watching my video, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bella's got to be right up under me, don't you, Bella? Oh, my word. Cloudy day, looks like it may rain. Clouds out over the valley. East Tennessee Valley. And Bella, she's just happy to be around.